Have you ever considered creating your first promoted pin, but you're unsure if Pinterest ads are actually worth it? Maybe you've actually tried Pinterest ads, but you're not seeing the results that you were hoping for, right? For those of you who don't know, I'm Laura Reich of laurareich.com, and I am a rogue Pinterest powerhouse. I help high-performing business owners and content creators, just like you, create sustainable solutions and systems using my Pintastic Growth to Greatness framework. So let's make Pinterest profitable for you. So how do you know what to look for? How do you know if Pinterest ads are actually effective, right? And so like any other platform, Pinterest ads are only going to be as effective as the actual ad creatives that you set up. And so what does this mean, right? This means that if you set up graphics that are stellar awesome, then and descriptions and call to actions and everything, then your ads are probably going to work really well. But you have to have a bunch of different pieces in place, and you have to know who the audience is that you're looking for. What are their pain points? What are their aspirations? What are they looking for? Are they searching to purchase right now? So I want to go over some of the dirty little secrets about what to look for in terms of running ads for your account. So are Pinterest ads actually really effective, right? And if you have the right content, the right products, and the right ads to reach your audience, well, yeah, then it's going to be a no-brainer. But we need to break down from the beginning, right? So who uses Pinterest the most? I know that the common misnomer or misconception is that Pinterest is only for females. I do have a case study you guys can check out later. I'll link it in the comments where I actually did organic and ads for a client that only wanted to reach males. They did really well, right? But here's a breakdown of some of the demographics and people who are using the platform the most. So right now, even though 71% of Pinterest users are women only, 40% of them are fathers on Pinterest too. So 80% of US mothers who use the internet are also on Pinterest. And then we have 89% of people that are on Pinterest are actually using it for inspiration when they want to buy something, right? And so they're actually specifically 47% of users are using the app specifically so that they can shop for something that they're looking for, right? They're telling us right now the median age of Pinterest users is between 40 and 52, and it reaches 80 or 83% of the women are between 25 and 54. That's a wide range, right? So that stat doesn't really dive into how much we need. There are a lot of stats on Pinterest too about high income households, and the majority of users on the platform would have an annual income of $75,000 or more. So why am I throwing all this out at you, right? There is a wide range of people on Pinterest. And although there are popular demographics on Pinterest, you won't ever really know if you have an audience on there if you don't try it out. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about the secrets behind what makes the best Pinterest ad, right? First of all, you're going to want a high quality, simple image that adheres to Pinterest guidelines. You want to be able to have something that is within that 2 to 3 range. The other flip side that you can do is you can focus on an image, or you can use video. I have a done-for-you client right now who we actually tested a product. They're business to consumer and they're selling specific products, right? And so this client is business to consumer, B2C, and they specifically we tried out specifically for them videos and product images. We did straight product images. We did more of like a graphically designed pin image with the products in them. And then we did video. And our videos actually took the cake and bring in more sales for them than any of the images did. So you're going to want to test that, right? Pinterest also tells us that the first 30 to 60 characters of the copy and the first few seconds of the video are going to be the most important. So you want to make sure that you have them very, very compelling on that platform. You want to also make sure your brand name is at the beginning as well, or whatever branding you're going to be using. Research shows that pins with a brand name in the first line of the description can actually earn up to 2 times higher awareness. I personally haven't seen it with some of my done-for-you clients. We test that a lot, but we have seen other clients that do this, and they do get a lot more traction. So it is something worth testing, right? I want to talk to you about when you're setting up the Pinterest ads, you want to focus on a couple of different things, right? So you can actually do Pinterest ads that are traffic and conversion. They did recently, I don't even know how long ago it was now, they did open up conversion options to be able to do on Pinterest ads. You want to be careful with this though, because if you go straight into a conversion ad without trying to teach the platform who you're trying to target with a traffic ad, you're not going to get where you want to go in the time frame that you're thinking. It's going to be a lot harder and it's going to cost you a lot more money. So typically we start out on a traffic ad. We teach our clients and Pinterest who we're trying to reach and what action we want them to take, right? So one of our clients last month actually generated over $10,000 in revenue from Pinterest ads alone. It was really fun to see. They had a traffic campaign that we switched over to a conversion campaign. The cost per click for that $10,000 in revenue was $1.33 per click. The average cost for their purchase was actually lower as well. So their cost per purchase, I'm gonna grab that stat for you here right now. It looked to be around $14, right? And so they had a lot of different things that they were trying to target and go for, but the $14 for them was extremely profitable. So how do you know when you're setting up these ads, right, if they're actually going to work? And I'll give more stats on a campaign that we actually did for email leads. That was a big question that we had earlier about, is it actually a viable platform to get email signups? And yes, 100%. You have to make sure that things are in place though. So when you start, you choose traffic or conversion. My suggestion is if you're brand new, start with traffic. Then when you're done, you're going to be choosing different targeting parameters, right? So you're going to have to choose if you want to do specific locations, if your product is in a specific location, if you're going to do interests on Pinterest, or if you're going to do keywords, and figure out the combination of what you need based on that, right? And then you go into your ad images. And so I want you to think about this. This is where that if statement comes in. And I learned this from a mentor of mine, is if you put an ad out there and you're not getting the click-throughs, there's 2 things that you want to look at. 1, you want to look at your targeting. And 2, you want to look at your call to action. Does it actually make sense? Is it telling them what you want them to do? And then the second thing to look at is if you're getting the right people and they're clicking through, but they're not purchasing or they're not signing up with their email, you want to look at the image again, right? Does that image match with where they're landing up? And if it does match and there's congruency between that, then maybe you go back to that targeting and say, okay, this isn't the right people. If you're getting the click-throughs and the signups, but you're not getting the purchases, there's another way to look at that too. So you've got to kind of take into effect the different testing parameters that you're going to want to do, right? One of the campaigns that we ran, we did 3 different campaigns. And within those 3 different campaigns, we were targeting the same landing page, but we were targeting different audiences. And so one of the campaigns, we were going for email signups. We spent $14. We had 60 click-throughs, and then we had 17 people sign up. So the cost per email signup was 82 cents. The next campaign that we had, we spent $28 and some change. We had 159 click-throughs, which the clicks now are higher than that first campaign, right? But we only had 32 signups. So even though we were almost triple in our click-throughs, our signups were only double from what the other campaign did. Our cost per sign-up lead or email sign-up was 90 cents. So we were also higher in that regard. So then we decided we needed to go back in and refine who we were targeting. We changed different things based on the female, male. We changed things on the locations. We also looked at what keywords were we using. Were there certain keywords that were eating up the budget but not actually leading to any results? And so we would make those changes. Our third campaign, we only spent $14, but just like the first campaign, same spend amount, but we had 102 click-throughs. So it was double the first campaign. Plus, we had 30 signups, email signups. So the cost per email lead dropped drastically in half, down to 47 cents per email signup. So now I want you to tell me, right? If you are someone that has a funnel set up and you know that in your system, if you're getting email leads for 47 cents, you know your funnel is going to convert on the back end, would you do it, right? Would you set up the ads and spend the money to get those email signups? I also want to let you know that there is a super awesome 3-day actionable Pinterest ads masterclass. This is run by my mentor, Monica. It is free. It's a free course, and it teaches you how to be able to convert new customers with the perfect, profitable promoted pin campaigns. I'm going to be the first to say, I probably didn't do justice in the terms of what you could learn from Monica, right? She already has over 1,000 students enrolled in her Pin Practical Promotions, which is her course, and she knows what it takes to be successful at running Pinterest ads. She actually just did a complete overhaul of her entire course, her paid course, and made numbers of different changes that we're going to need to implement in my agency for my clients. So she is an amazing resource to have in your back pocket if you are someone that's looking to try to run ads, right? If you want to try to take your hand at growing your email list, or maybe growing the sales in your Etsy shop, or you've tried ads, but you don't have that clear-cut strategy behind who to target, and you aren't sure where to start with a promoted pin campaign because you've tested things and they just really haven't gone anywhere, then take this class. It's 3 days. She's going to go over things like how to explode your results by finding the right keywords. She's going to teach you how to decipher the difference between exact, phrase, and broad match keywords. She'll even talk to you about the differences that you're going to need in terms of your Pinterest images so that they are more ad friendly and click worthy, right? It's 3 days. There's nothing to lose. I've taken it. I'm in her full course. I've actually done her mentorship program where she took on one-on-one calls once a week, every week for a few months. It was amazing, right? She has helped people put in amazing ROAS. And it's given me the confidence to not only do it for my business, but also to be able to do it for my clients now that I've been doing for years. So it's been awesome. The best Pinterest ads are the ones that have been tested. They include the lifestyle element into your ads. They show continuity in your image and the copy and the landing page. And if you take nothing else away from this training today, I want you to focus on testing. Test your ads and do apples to apples testing. And what I mean by that is only make one small change. So that way you can look at your conversion rates, you can watch your audience, you can adjust and make small tweaks where necessary, right? I think it can truly be beneficial for you. No matter if you're trying to go for the 47-cent email leads that sign up for your email list, or whether you're going for the product purchases and you're getting a product purchase of $14 leading to a total of over $10,000 in revenue from those ads. It can be done. It can be done. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all later.